Round 1, fight!
Dragons from hopey prophecies that cross my precincts, token the frost breath and cause winds that drop nitwits. Believe this, you talk shit, I walk quicker than your talk is as swift as scimitar's flipping and chopping. Microcosmic particles, Tesla principle, infinite energy within the blades. I need to feed them though, so far nobody's even touched me, not even close. My subconscious is as sharp as razor home wakizashis. More albums dropped than your entire record roster in less than a year. You got this, I get that you fear me and wish I would drop dead so you could start tricking fans and listeners into trickling some of their funds into your pockets. You think it's fun to trick kids and women, treat them like idiots and objects. I treat women like the goddess. Kids are oracles of limitless tomorrows. I'm not into cosplay or your rap personas. If you saw me at a party and started popping off, I'd spit to you exactly like these palabras. Grab you by the neck and slam you in a wall till you apologize to all of them that you disrespected with your godless hymns. Try to clock me in the head, I dodge it in a blink and clock you back 1,000-fold with a vengeance like katanas from Hattori Hanzo. I'm not into Hollywood effects though. Everything I drop was made in a studio worth a couple $100. Double up your bets if you see me in a ring, especially if it's electrified. I never lose, but trust me, it's an honor and a pleasure if I kill you, cause you get to die. This world is full of colonial karma. If you knew how much that steak of bacon or cheese you stack would cost you, you wouldn't want the beef. I don't eat any of your horrid shit. That's why I age backwards and look gorgeous still. If you saw me in the streets and met me, or you know me from all my pictures and videos, you get this. I'm as selfless with gifted prodigies as I seem selfish when I spit this oddly. I own nothing but I flow knowledge from Akasha. No bluffing, it's worth more than your whole fucking possessions, all of them. You know nothing. I know that no thing is more than a concept. Took me 33 years to figure that riddle and solve it. I'm not Buddhist or Hindu, Christian or Islamic. All your religions worship voided gods of death that are archonic horrors. I'm a false god killer. While you all thought that it was better to talk to Yahweh than Krishna, Allah and Muhammad and all of you blindsided moronic wretches are all part of the same conglomerate like Hitler. You're like a mixture between a zombie, a Nazi, and an idiot. I'd slaughter you for kicks, but it's politically incorrect. I'll make a lot of exceptions though, since my politics are leftist. I'm not an extremist really, I'm just a dreamer like Leela and a warrior of the rainbow tribes of infinity, Mia. This place is like a training ground, but it's been infected and infested by all of you with your masters and classes and backwards logic. Now acid is raining down. Need I remind you all of this has been predicted since long ago, even in your misprinted Bibles too. Why do you think they left that wisdom there? So they could prosecute you better in the afterlife and enslave you and make you say prayers to an archonic coin with half a light with no soul inside you. It won't matter when you know what the dark is. Don't be racist, you KKK supporters. I know you all since you were born, I recognize your faces. We fought wars back in the days to wake you up, and you didn't want to listen at all. Quite the opposite, you lynched our siblings and friends and burnt them on crosses. That's your history. I promise you'll learn it extensively when you get to wherever it is you're going to. Nobody will miss you fucks, no reincarnates. Not even a little bit to give you a chance to evolve more. It's all over. Go ahead. Suburban places where the words of faceless vermin will murder you traceless, leave you wordless and disgraced, bereaved like fake gods, get served like an ice cube with glaciers. We're the nicest and rudest, casing your joints, then pacing, jacking for beats and lacing your joints with shrapnel, then leave you jacked in the streets. God, you'll be glad you're deceased, hacking your limbs with quadruple machetes. Pack up your shit, anonymous OP blood, squads of goons that are ready. Polish your ashes with magic that's blacker than darkness. Turn that shit to a masterless onyx, then throw up a peace sign. Speak up and get clapped and polished in vitro. We go through throes like back in the times when your God slaughtered babies for breathing. Then we're back at it in a fraction of a beat drop. The water drip trickles like Chinese torture methods and symbols etched in your bodies. I laugh when you try to off me on my lifelines. I got a lot more than 9 lives and weapons in this one, but counted as symbolically infinite. You try to slaughter First we drop gems on you in fractal patterns and symmetry, harmonic resonance of Tirthankari Gaia, and beyond this in synergy. I am a Morikawa from dusk till dawn, and father when I thrust through pawns with double-sided wakizashis, 10,000-fold with 216 proof spirits diluted with phoenix miso, mixed with cobra venom strychnine to get me properly breathing. A couple drops of concentrated scorpion and Hulk, get a ghost you all. We scoff at you and off you like Scorpion and Sub-Zero in a combo. Get over here with the solar spear of destiny, now finish him off quickly. To the death with pastors and acid reptilians, slash their hordes with no backup, attacking and killing those zombies. They're already in a morgue. This is a prison planet, you're living in a dream. You don't control anything. Go toe to toe with me, I'll show you many things that are not that. Shinto philosophies. I am no emperor or king, though some thought so. Not a god or a divinity, I am but a lost apostle of Yeshua ben Miriam. I evict you from your bodies quicker than the liquid crystal depictions that got you tripping. Mesmerized by the Nazi frequencies to kill your body's chakras. When my tongue moves, you drop dead. No copper fed could stop me, a copper plea. They plead the fifth instead and say I didn't know, now stop this please. But I keep talking till they drop to their knees, pleading more apologies. I'm sorry I did this, I didn't recognize you like they just saw an angel of death with missing wings. They tried to strangle my breath with different poisons when I saw the chemicals and smelt them in my food. They tried to kill me so many times, I think it's rude and egotistical to talk of this. So let's get back to Mortal Kombat then. Any last words to you simians in the industry, mimicking treachery and belittling goddesses? Pick your weapons, I suggest you don't pick a Glock or a Smith & Wesson. It'll clog up with frost pretty quickly in these parts of the planet in freezing winter. I live in an indigenous lodge in the mountains that existed since before your great-grandmother was born. I'm off-grid, so if you go visit, there's no witnesses. Small villages are far and few in between. You need a hospital, I can't afford to take you with me, and I honestly don't wish to. Taxpayer waste. Fix yourself with some raw honey and masking tape. If I ask you to do backflips or shotgun weight machetes with oversized heads, don't hesitate. Fear is a deadly weapon wielded against you, so get it straight. Your chances of survival are dwindling, and in my conditions, they aren't even next to none. Nobody stands next to me, period. Now get your guns and get ready for a road trip. Expect me to show up at the door bare chest with my double blades. You'll be in trouble quick if you even make it past the border guards. It's sort of odd how many of you don't get that I'm death in the flesh to you macho men. I'm an immortal soul reincarnated as an Avenger born as Wolverine. 7 generations I've been here deading the Nazi rights, while you're thinking up obviously polite ways to deal with them. Political correctness and etiquette just doesn't work. Their sickness can infect you so quickly you couldn't heal from this. It's called passivity, massive lack of your brain activity due to neurotoxins in the water like fluoride, chlorine, and heavy metals. Many of you already know this, but go guess how many of you don't drink it ever. You'd wish you had a kindred or a friend or a sibling like me, get it? I'm a walking, living encyclopedia of absolute and relative knowledge. It's been like this since the beginning of my conception and existence as Vishnu, but I am not a god. I'm just a trickster, but I promise you if you think you could trick me or test me, you'll quickly get that it's impossible. I manifest miracles just by talking this.
Flawless victory. Final round. Fight!
Quantum leaping hells with double flaming swords, slaughter wanton beasts that call themselves gods of death, but their aim is wrong. I saw the resurrector at the gates of Hades, but now Wu-Tang is dead. Hinata told him in his grim reaper to go to the void if they tried to face me. drink deep from the beer and spring of immortals. I see mired faces and drink from the sticks the poison drain, just not from the lathe. Swim with the sea monsters like a dolphin in a sea of flames. I'm a native adopted orphan in a zombified apocalypse. You don't see my names, they're endless, but we've transitioned full force into the Venus Project since rap is gone, and Animal Ag is just bad history now. They're all swirling into the eye of the primordial dark like the opposite of a whirling dervish. This isn't a ring anymore that you're in, it's the lower Bardos. Did you think you could escape your fates as a mortal? Choose your destiny. You choose a line your way, Voidwalker horrors. I chalk you up like a sidewalk with traces fate they left upon them. The difference is that's just fractal acid veins around your body that are hyperchloric. You want a few drops in your eyes to ice some better tomorrows. Nobody even tests me in the darkest pits or rings. They hearken to the wisdom that I offer them. You thought this was a battle, nah, it's a genocide. I torture demons slowly over and over just so they get to die. But it depends what your level of respect is for Gaia. I'd kill you with chemical pesticides like farmers if you disrespected insects in the Sanders diaspora. I'm on a Kim inform, I'll see you leeches and wretches down there as a priestess lesbian, a hashish spit assassin with weapons and mantras forged from Atlantis forges, adamantium and antimonials, graphene coated folded over 1,000 times. You think this kind of mythical weapon exists within 1,000 miles or even more? Who am I in a cosmic sense? Bars and jars of death mark a lot of you as a marksman for an army of dreads. Rastas know me as an omen of better times. These are a lot more than just clever rhymes. This is Bartholtodon in the flesh of Popol Vuh. I was born in an Aztec and Mayan warrior. I would have been a Goraknati in India, but my lives were forced into this spot again. Now it's the 7th time we got to win. I descended from the heavens just to stop the whole lot of you soulless macho men. To prove that a Buddhist pupil of Shaolin could school you rudely and properly as an anti-monk. Not class dismissed as acrid drips of sweat curl up on your horny foreheads and bubble up from the frost winds. More dead, but no worries, we are ashes and doms. We know how to clean up bodies and exercise you, like ripping your spleen from the carcass. Now don't ask me again to battle as reincarnates. I'd have to avoid you.